The following video is intended for mature audiences. It contains horror elements, adult themes, and language that might not be suitable for younger viewers. Welcome to the Southern Underworld, your place for original horror, sci-fi, and thriller content where the stories are always written with heart. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. We'd love to know in what part of the world you are watching and what is your favorite horror movie of all time. Thank you for watching and enjoy the video. The world of horror isn't limited to masked killers, supernatural entities, or grotesque monsters lurking in the shadows. Sometimes the most terrifying horror is one rooted in reality, something unseen, microscopic, and relentless. Contagion, directed by Steven Soderbergh, is a film that preys on the innate fear of disease, mass hysteria, and the fragility of modern civilization. It doesn't rely on the traditional tropes of horror, but instead delivers a slow-burning, calculated thriller that is as clinical as it is terrifying. Right from the start, the film thrusts audiences into a world on the brink of collapse. There's no lengthy exposition or build-up, just an ordinary woman coughing into her hand and touching a bowl of peanuts at an airport. It's a subtle, chilling moment that signals the beginning of an invisible nightmare. As the film unfolds, we witness how quickly a virus can spread, jumping from person to person, city to city, with terrifying efficiency. Unlike other pandemic-themed films that rely on hyper-dramatic storytelling, Contagion takes a disturbingly realistic approach. The film meticulously details the origins, spread, and devastating consequences of a novel virus with the kind of precision one might expect from a CDC report rather than a Hollywood production. There's no over-the-top heroics, no last-minute miracle cure, no exaggerated melodrama. Instead, the film presents a cold and calculated portrayal of how society reacts when faced with an invisible, lethal enemy. For some, this hyper-realistic approach enhances the horror. For others, it can feel emotionally distant. The film is clinical to the point of detachment, treating its characters almost as case studies rather than fully fleshed-out individuals. While this works in favor of the film's overarching theme, highlighting how pandemics reduce people to statistics, it also makes it difficult to feel deeply invested in any one character's fate. With a star-studded ensemble including Matt Damon, Lawrence Fishburne, Kate Winslet, and Jude Law, one would expect Contagion to be a deeply personal and character-driven film. However, much like the virus it depicts, the film moves rapidly between storylines, never lingering too long on any one individual. This fragmented approach adds to the sense of realism, but it also sacrifices emotional depth. Matt Damon's character provides one of the few emotional anchors in the film. As a father trying to protect his daughter from a virus that has already claimed his wife and stepson, he brings a layer of humanity to an otherwise cold narrative. His grief, fear, and frustration feel palpable, but his story, like all others in the film, is overshadowed by the broader global crisis. Jude Law's character adds another interesting layer to the film. As a conspiracy theorist and opportunist, he represents the chaos and misinformation that often accompany real-world crises. His arc serves as a reminder that during a pandemic, fear spreads just as quickly as the virus itself, and misinformation can be just as deadly. What sets Contagion apart from other pandemic films is its painstaking realism. The film was made with extensive input from scientists and epidemiologists, and it shows. The way the virus spreads, through casual touches, contaminated surfaces, and asymptomatic carriers, is eerily accurate. The depiction of overwhelmed hospitals, bureaucratic struggles, and public panic is spot on. Watching the film in a post-2020 world makes it even more unnerving, as many of its scenarios played out in real life. However, this hyperrealism can be a double-edged sword. For viewers looking for escapism, Contagion offers none. It doesn't romanticize heroism or provide a cathartic resolution. Instead, it simply presents a situation, follows its trajectory, and ends with a sense of eerie inevitability. Perhaps the biggest drawback of Contagion is its lack of emotional engagement. While its realistic portrayal of a pandemic is undoubtedly its strongest asset, it also makes the film feel distant, more like a documentary than a gripping thriller. There are moments of tension, but they stem more from the audience's own knowledge and fears rather than the film's storytelling itself. For those who appreciate hyper-realistic medical dramas or are fascinated by the mechanics of viral outbreaks, Contagion is a fascinating watch. For those looking for a more emotionally gripping or action-driven narrative, it might feel underwhelming. Contagion is a film that succeeds in its meticulous depiction of a global pandemic, but falls short in delivering an emotionally compelling narrative. It is a film that feels eerily prophetic, especially in light of recent world events, and its attention to scientific accuracy makes it stand out in the genre. However, its cold and detached storytelling approach may leave some viewers feeling indifferent rather than deeply moved. As a thriller, it lacks the adrenaline-fueled pacing of more dramatic pandemic films. As a drama, it lacks the emotional depth needed to form a strong connection with its characters. However, as a cautionary tale, Contagion is chillingly effective. It serves as a stark reminder of how fragile society truly is and how quickly normalcy can unravel. For those interested in medically accurate pandemic films, Contagion is worth a watch. But for those seeking an emotionally gripping experience, there are stronger options out there. Ultimately, it's a film that is easy to appreciate but difficult to love, an unsettling yet detached portrait of a world in crisis. Contagion is a disaster drama thriller that is 1 hour and 46 minutes long and is rated PG-13. The Southern Underworld gives it 3 bloody knives. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Thank you for watching.